Welcome to another trip down Normandy Road. As we said last week, very, very busy week for Swansea City. Once again, schedule compression, 2 matches, very short period of time, and a lot of tough contests along the way in the championship. So what we'll do is we'll give you a quick tour and get you ready for the matchup this weekend against Blackburn. We'll hear from Steve Cooper along the way. But first and foremost, take you back to the beginning of things. The match against Bristol City, 2 teams toward the top of the table, and the decisive moment that kept full points away from the Swans, courtesy of our friends at Swans TV and YouTube.
Oh, no. Well, that didn't look a penalty.
I think if we talk about Andre's one first half, how can you give a penalty for that? It's gone over his head. He's never ever going to get there, and the referee has blew up. And for me, the referee has give Bristol City that there because there's nowhere near that he's going to collect that ball.
Well, Connor's gone down. He's not even looking in the direction of the player that he's fouled. He's got his face down on the turf, and Wells,
come on, Freddie,
and Woodman, Mackie Wells, and it's down the middle and in, and unfortunately it's all square at Ashton Gate. Bristol City 1, Swansea City 1.
So it ends up as a shared result, and here is the manager, Steve Cooper, after the match, holding his tongue just a bit.
Yeah, I mean, the lads are really disappointed with the point because of the nature of the equaliser and the decision on the penalty. I thought it was a decent game, to be fair, and I thought, I liked our performance, coming away from home and trying to be as positive as what we were. Committing bodies forward when we could. We got a breakthrough, great finish from Jamal. And then we looked really settled in the game, and if anything, I thought we would go and win the game by another goal than seeing the game out. But for decision to be made like that, it's hard to keep my mouth shut on it, to be honest.
Next up, midweek matchup against Stoke City, and it was full points for the Swans. Once again, here's your highlights, courtesy of our friends at Swans TV and YouTube, along for the ride.
On the left-hand side, floats one in, and the keeper pushes it away. It's going to come back out. Fulton's toe pokes it into the goal, and it was with the outside of the foot. And he comes in.
I was waiting for the reaction there.
And he finds that top corner. It's touched Andre Ayew, and it's off the line. There's a crowd of players, and Ayew this time gets a shot in that's off his marker and out for a corner. Comes to meet that one, knocks it forward. Palmer may get there. Palmer ahead of the keeper. He's won it for Swansea City. 2-0. He's taken a knock, and that is surely the winning goal for Steve Cooper's men.
And once again, after a 2-0 result, you catch up with Steve Cooper on Swans TV to find out what he thought about the match. Although he was pleased, there were still things that he was there to think about.
Steve, a fine result tonight and a good all-round performance. You must be really happy with how it went.
Yeah, obviously, it's a good scoreline, isn't it? 2-0 and clean sheet. And, I thought we were excellent in the first half in terms of the performance levels. Obviously, the thing that we probably should have more of a score, for the chances and the positions that we got in. But in terms of our general play, I thought we were excellent. Our positioning, our commitment to the game plan, style. I thought we were as good as probably we've been in terms of how we want to play this season. But second half, Stoke, I thought, changed a little bit tactically with positions and were a bit more intense. And we had to manage that and work hard to get a foothold back in the game, and we did in the end. And I thought we were more than good for the result.
Now to get you ready for the matchup this weekend against Blackburn. Once again, it is an 11 o'clock local time start. It is at the Liberty. Juice boxes currently, as we're talking, Swansea right now at a plus 131, Blackburn at a plus 215, and your draw option is a plus 239 thanks to our friends at Odds Portal, because remember, that is a composite of 10 odds makers getting into this particular matchup and looking at it. We'll go into the other matchups on the other side of hearing what the manager thinks about a very, very tough Blackburn side.
I think that it is going to be a tough game on the weekend. There's no doubt about that. I think they're playing in a very fluid and attractive way, and I can see why they're creating, and scoring a lot of chances. They've obviously got some really good attacking players. Adam Armstrong particularly is I think he's got 9 goals already. So yeah, he's somebody we have to manage. They brought in Harvey Elliott, and then they've got lots of other sort of good technical players as well, and they're very much playing in a technical way, trying to play on the floor and playing through the lines and to try and be as creative as they can with a lot of bodies up the pitch. So yeah, we have to be ready for that. But at the same time, as I always say, we're at home. It's got to be about us playing our way and trying to get a foothold on the game by doing that, and that will be our biggest focus as always.
So that's your setup, that's your juice boxes or Halloween candy, however you wish to think about it. Heading into the weekend, just to give you a rundown of the standings, Jessica Charman has to be extremely happy so far. Reading won 7 of their first 8 so far. They have not lost on the year. 7-1-0 in 8 matches played, a goal difference. They've only given up 3 goals in their 8 matches so far to date. 6 points clear of everyone. Reading at 22 points. Then the fun begins. Bournemouth at 16. Swansea at 15, ahead of Millwall on goals scored, considering goal difference is the same. Watford also in goal difference. They are in 5th, also at 15 points. 14 points, Bristol City. Norwich City, Middlesbrough, and Luton Town are at 13. Stoke is 10th at 12. Brentford is 11th at 11. Blackburn, as we mentioned, coming into this weekend, 3-1-4 in their first 8 matches. They're 12th at 10 points. Their goal difference sets them apart from Preston North End, Cardiff City, and Birmingham, as well as Huddersfield, who is 16th on goal difference of -3 at 10 points. Rotherham is 17th at 9. Barnsley is 18th at 7, ahead of QPR on goal difference. Nottingham Forest is 20th at 6 points. Derby County is at 5, ahead of Coventry City, who is currently in the relegation zone at 5 points with a goal difference of -10 in their first 8 matches. Wickham is also at 1 point, having only gotten the 1 draw in their first 8 matches, having problems scoring goals, only scored 3 goals so far to date. Sheffield Wednesday is making a turn. Remember, they started their season with a 12-point deduction, having violated league rules. So Sheffield Wednesday, after 8 matches, 2-2-4, they're at -4 points. And so they are basically right now 9 points clear of 9 points without getting into the relegation zone. So they were 9 points adrift is what we're trying to say if we could get things figured out when it comes to Sheffield Wednesday. They're at the bottom of the table at 24 points in the championship. So let's take a peek at your Halloween candy. Getting ready for everything at 3:45 tomorrow afternoon on Friday, Coventry and Reading. Reading right now, since they are the league leaders, at a +135. Coventry, John Nason will be paying attention to that one. They are at a +227. Your draw's a +219. Norwich is a favorite on the road at Bristol City at a +119. Watford is a favorite on the road, going to Barnsley at a +129. Bournemouth, a heavy favorite at home at a -156, hosting Derby County at a +480. Brentford at 11 o'clock. These are all now 11 o'clock starts on your Saturday. Brentford at a -132 at Luton Town, a +383. Middlesbrough, slight favorite at home against Nottingham Forest, +146 to +225. Your draws at a +200. Millwall, even money, +100, hosting Huddersfield, who's at a +304. Preston North End, a +108, hosting Birmingham City at a +284. Your draws a +225. QPR at home is a home underdog at a +200, hosting Cardiff City. Cardiff City a +150. Your draws a +217. Stoke at home a favorite over Rotherham at a -132. Rotherham on the road a +375. Your draws a +275. And Wickham and Sheffield Wednesday. Wickham a big home underdog against Sheffield Wednesday, where they can continue to close the gap of being adrift. Sheffield Wednesday a -109. And Wickham is a +322. And your draw option is a +247. Once again, busy week as we head into the table. And with Blackburn in the middle of it all, and Swansea right now at 3rd. Looking for full points at the Liberty against Blackburn Rovers. Thanks again to Swans TV and YouTube for setting the table for us as we take another trip down Normandy Road. Play it safe, everybody. Enjoy the game.